Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Yeah, on the ETH chart, the local trend is still down, but it's coming down slowly, which is good for trend continuation overall to the upside, because the overall trend, in my opinion, is up on this chart. I mean, it's clearly up. If we zoom out a little bit, you can see that Ethereum has produced higher highs and higher lows for a while. Here, another higher low, and now a higher high is still missing. So it's at a critical point. It's basically at a breakout point here, and a breakout, in my opinion, to the upside will be confirmed with a successful break above $2,140. Then it could be go time. Surely something more bearish could play out here. However, I think the opportunity is just really good up here, because we're just sort of in the last correction that could lead to a real breakout, a third wave rally. We talked about that before many times. Of course it can fail, but there are a few things that, well, that make me track here a bullish scenario. First of all, we've got 5 waves up of the 15th of June low to the 13th of July high or 14th of July high. We have a very corrective looking pullback, a lot of overlapping price action, and it's just doing what it's supposed to be doing at the moment. There is nothing unusual in Ethereum's behavior, only that it's a bit choppy, but it's exactly what we want in this correction. We don't want it to go down too fast, okay? Believe it or not, but we want the choppiness here, because it means, okay, it's likely corrective. There are still a lot of buyers around. The sellers can't bring it down strongly enough. And if it drops slowly, which it does, then, I mean, we've been waiting for this wave 2 now for many months, really. Yeah, I mean, okay, maybe not many months, but certainly a month we've been waiting for here the wave 2 correction. And now we finally entered this support area, and what we're looking for is an ABC structure. It seems likely that an A wave is already done, that a B wave is already done, and that we are in the C wave. If we zoom in a little bit, we can see that Ethereum stays below the trend line at the moment. We assume that the B wave already topped, the B wave of the wave 2. So it's just a C wave outstanding. In a C wave, we have 5 waves. And I'm looking at this as a wave 1, a wave 2, which was the high on Sunday, a third wave, a fourth wave, and a fifth wave. What I'm not happy with is developing down here. I mean, I shouldn't say I'm not happy with it. It's just that I cannot recognize very clearly the wave structure of the lower degree. That is not necessarily bullish or bearish, it just means it's very choppy, and it leaves a bit of room for interpretation for different wave counts. I could also imagine that an ending diagonal is playing out here, but it doesn't change my view that I'm watching for a reaction around here 1828, yeah, roughly, or 1781. These are going to be the next main support levels that we're looking for. And I would expect at this stage at least one more low in this structure. So I'm currently counting circle wave 3 complete, even though it didn't quite reach the ideal target for the third wave. The 1.618 extension, which would have been the ideal target, that would have been at 1824. It only reached 1835. Now you will say, okay, that's not far off. Consider it reached the target. Not really happy with it, because from experience, if we don't reach the 1.618 in a third wave, then either this third wave is still not finished, yeah, it might lead to an extension, or we're dealing actually with an ending diagonal. But I can't really say for sure until I see a little bit more price data, yeah, and price action. But it doesn't really matter, because it doesn't really matter for the overall targets to the downside, and it doesn't really matter for the overall projection here that we are already in a trend reversal area, that we are in a support area, and that we should use, or this should be the support area that will lead to a jump into a third wave rally. Okay, it's a jump off point, but before the jump happens, I would still like to see at least one more low. Also because the move up currently is below resistance, so 1869 is resistance, and the move up looks a bit choppy as well. So I currently don't have I haven't got any evidence that here a lasting low has been put in place. So no change to yesterday's video. I think what plays out now might be this wave 4. Here resistance at 1860 and 1869. And then we should get one more low. So if it breaks above 1869, it doesn't necessarily mean we are bullish already and the third wave has started. It could be but I would then need to see a 5-wave move to the upside and a 3-wave pullback. Instead, what might play out in that case is actually an ending diagonal in which the pullbacks, the rallies could be corrective and could be very strong, and I would then pay attention to that trend line here again. But at the moment, be aware of 1828 and 1781 as relevant support levels, and then below that 1713. Only below 1713 I would need to change my perspective that this is still an overall bullish scenario here. Then the alternative trend would likely play out. Okay, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.